Hi everyone, Vanessa Webb, Stampin'Up Demonstrator Australia here. I have a technique to share with you today using the fabulous Springtime Foils papers, which are still available for a few more days only until the end of March. These are the papers. You might recognise them like this. They're 12 by 12. Some of them are beautiful, intricate floral patterns. And they're also in the pack, same type of paper with the foil and the glossy white in between. But these ones are a little bit plainer, and there's a couple of things that you can do with them. And one technique that I've come up with is called what I call Faux Chinz, and I wanted to share that with you so that you can maybe have a play around with it. If you haven't got this paper yet, you need to get it before the end of March so that you can play along. I've got a small piece here that is just the striped, the silver striped foil, springtime foil paper. And these are my two finished projects. I wanted to particularly show you how to get that gorgeous background effect with the stamps and still having the foil show through. And there's a little bit of colour in the background too. I'm not sure if you can see that clearly, but I want to show you how to get that little wash of colour as well. So I'm going to start off with a brayer, a sponge brayer, and some Memento ink. These are all available in my online store, and they're part of the annual catalogue offering, so you can get these products all the time from Stampin'Up through me. I'm going to just use the brayer with black Memento ink and just cover it. I'm not worrying too much if there's any streaks or smudges that kind of stand out, because the next step kind of takes care of that. There is a similar technique that has been shared that's called Faux black metal, which is kind of similar to this, but I changed it up a bit and I'll show you how. The next ingredient we need to get is a baby wipe. Now these need to be fragrance-free, alcohol-free, lanolin-free baby wipes. Very handy to have in your craft room. And not just for getting ink off your fingers, but you can actually use them on your projects. So what I'm going to do here is just polish some of that Memento ink off, and you'll see what happens is the surface ink comes off, but it just kind of leaves a bit of a silvery effect in the background. And compared to the Whisper White that was originally part of the card, you can see that kind of takes on a bit of a tarnished look, and that's the effect that we're wanting for our Faux Chinz effect. I've got a stamp here from the Petal Palette stamp set, and some of these images are just gorgeous, and you'll see such a variety of greetings as well in the set, but I'm only focusing on the image here because I want to use that in the background. And I'm going to use the Berry Burst ink pad, and I'll just ink that up upside down. And what I'm going to do now is just stamp. Might just go in like that. Stamp all over my striped background so that you fill in all the gaps as best you can. And if I hold it up, you'll see that the ink is actually starting to bead over the top of where the stripes are, and that's actually what we want. I'm going to bring in my heat gun now, and we're going to dry that ink, but what's going to happen is it will dry it where the Whisper White glossy cardstock is. It won't dry it on where the stripes, the silver stripes are. That will still be a little bit wet, and I'll show you why it needs to be in a second. So just a quick dry, we're not embossing, we just want to dry that ink off. So you will see, if I hold it there, can you see how that ink is still beading on the stripes? That's exactly what you want. So now it's time to bring in a dry Kleenex or a tissue. So not a baby wipe this time, but just a dry tissue. And what we're going to do is polish that ink off. And as we do that, you'll see it creates a little bit of a smudged effect in the background. and it's very ever so slightly colours the background for us, so you can still see the pattern of the roses, the stamps, but you can also pick up a little cloud of the colour. You can keep polishing until you're happy with the effect. So see how you can still see that pattern. And if I bring my original card in, just to show you what it looks like when it's on the project, you'll see I've used some of the items that are actually on the Sale-a-Bration third offering, which is still available until the end of March as well. You'll see on here we've got some catalogue products that you can get for free instead of having to pay for them. And one of these is the Petal Pair Texture Impressions Embossing Folders. So there's 2 of those in the pack, and you can get that with any $90 order for free. Coming over to the level 2 section though, you'll see the petals and more thinlits dies, and they are also free with any $180 order until the end of Sale-a-Bration. Really gorgeous products that work well together, and I'll bring in this one too because it shows you that you can do this in any colour, and this is an Island Indigo colourway, and I've used Island Indigo ink and cardstock, but with the copper, the spotted copper. So instead of just having the copper foil, springtime foils paper plain, you can really dress it up a bit, and it's almost unrecognisable. Because it's glossy though, you can do all these lovely techniques with it that you can't do with normal cardstock. Make sure you visit my store and grab your Sale-a-Bration items while they're still available, and look out for some more videos as we farewell Sale-a-Bration together this week. Thanks for watching.